What is up, everyone? It is me, Doggybone Gaming, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be doing a Photoshop tutorial. But before we get into the tutorial, I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for 600 subscribers. As you can see at the top right here, we are currently at 600. I love you all so much. You guys are awesome. Anyways, our main goal is 1001, so that I could go ahead and officially click that check that we have in the about page. But other than that, every 100, no matter what, I'm still going to be thanking you guys, because you guys are the best that always go ahead and watch my videos, leave likes. You guys are awesome. Anyways, let's get right into the tutorial. So the first thing you want to do on Chrome, pretty much, is you want to go ahead and search up some images. So first up, right here, BF4 cinematic. Pretty much you want to pick a cinematic. I prefer you get something like, for example, this one, or like the top ones, you know. Something that's like high HD. For example, this one says 1920 1080. You want something good as a background that you could use to edit. Next thing you want to do is get pretty much your main pictures that you're going to be using to put into that thumbnail. For example, a soldier. So you want to go ahead and pick one that you want. You want to make sure you hit search tool and transparent, so you can get the transparent one. For example, if I click this guy, it's a checkered box in the back, so that means he's transparent. Same thing you want to do for like getting a sniper rifle. So, you just want to scroll through until you find something that you like, pretty much, right? And then, yeah, you pick something. Last thing you want to do is you want to go to a place called duffont.com, type in Battlefield in the search bar, and look for the Battlefield pack. It's all free to download, and just install it, and then you get all these sick packs of Battlefield text, pretty much. And that's really it. So let's go into Photoshop now. So if I minimize my Chrome, right here you see I got my images, so let's get right into it. Photoshop. So I already got everything opened up for you guys. So the first thing that I like to do when making my thumbnails is go ahead and start adding in my pictures after I got my background. So for this guy, you see he's really small, so all you want to do is hit Control T if you're on Windows, because I'm on Windows, so it's Control T. I think it's pretty much just the Apple symbol for Mac, and I think it's still T either way. So yeah, pretty much Control Command T. Then you want to hold Shift, and you can enlarge this to whatever size you want. Mess around with it pretty much, and then you want to adjust them to a perfect spot that you want your character to be at. So I want my guy to be like somewhere around here. I went for a sniper dude because I'm actually making this thumbnail for my sniping montage that's going to be coming up. So now that we got that guy in, I want to pretty much remove him from the top. Next, I want to take my sniper. So before I end up actually putting my sniper, there's one thing that I need to do for this. Hit the eraser tool, and I want to erase this part of the sniper, because if you got a little extra on some of your pictures, for example in my case, I had this other sniper as an extra. I don't want that, so I erased it, and now I only have this. So if I take this guy, come over here and drop him, we're going to do the exact same thing. Hit Control T or Command T, and going to go ahead and adjust this pretty much, and set it down somewhere nice, where you like to leave it pretty much. So I put mine there. Now what you guys could do is, well, what I want to do on my sniper is pretty much gonna add the bevel effect or emboss, and as you can see, it kind of makes it stand out a little more, or at least I think it does. It like makes it sort of 3D-ish, and it makes it stand out to me. So we're gonna add that effect, and I like to add a small stroke on like the snipers whenever I use them. So what I like to do is go ahead and try to put like a good number that will look good, and I like to go with 12 sometimes, whether it's a little extra. I kind of like it, but I mean, you can always go something small like 6. I think I'll leave it at 6 for now. And you could go ahead and mess around with a whole lot of these features. You got a quarter as well. It does slightly more adjusting, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that in. And yeah, I mean, you got a texture if you wanted a texture to it. Don't really want that, so we're gonna leave it like that. So now we're just gonna hit OK on it. Now my character, I just want to leave him like that, But another thing that we need to do after we go ahead and finish our sniper, nope, we don't want to save changes on that. I have my own personal logo. If you guys don't have your own logo, you could just add text. But what I like to do is I like to use my logo and I like to go ahead and brand my own thumbnails with my logo. There's times where I forget to put my own logo in, and then there's times where I do, but in this case I'm going to end up putting it, of course. So pretty much same thing. You want to just adjust it to a right size that you like, and you want to put this logo anywhere you want. I like to put mine in the corners. So yeah, I'll put mine in the corner right there. So now this is pretty much yours. Now you go like, hey, the thumbnail has a really cool looking background. It has a cool looking gun in the front. It has a cool guy right here, but I don't think it stands out too much. I mean, if I feel like something is missing. Well, there is something missing. You need text. So right here I got some text. So let's pop that out. I had this in already before, so we're gonna go ahead and put this in front real quick. And I already typed in Battlefield 4, but as you can see, this looks kinda crappy-ish. I used the one font that's like half graded. Well, here's one thing that I like to do. Edit up that text. I like to put a font on the text. Most people don't like doing fonts on their text. Like, I mean stroke, my bad. Not font, stroke. I like to go ahead and put a nice decent stroke, and then what I like to do is go to color overlay and then pretty much pick a color, you know, and yeah. But here's one thing about color overlay is you could just pick only one color. Well, here's one thing that I like to do. Go to gradient overlay, and what I like to do on gradient overlay is drag this all the way down to like 10. Now that we got this back at 10, we're gonna go back to color overlay, and now it's gonna give it like a metallic look. So now what we're gonna do is look for like a grayishy color, like this for example. Looks kind of alright to me, and that stands out a lot more. That is like popping out more to me. If you guys don't like that feature and just want to go straight up with the metallic, like not metallic, just all granite, you could just leave it all granite and then just, you know, customize it however you like. For example, let's move this around, just adjust this pretty much, you know, until you find something that you like a lot. Now I think that looks kind of sick. So let's say I like this. We're gonna go ahead and hit Control T. You know, let's give this like a little tilt, you know, let's give it a nice little tilt to it, and then let's just put it somewhere where it will stand out. For example, I want to go ahead and make this a little smaller. We're gonna adjust it to like a spot that I want it at. You know what? Let's go ahead and put this straighten back out a little better, because I'm gonna go ahead and actually put this at the top now that I think about it. So you will put this at the top, Battlefield 4, you know, and then what we're gonna do is actually copy this layer. So we're gonna duplicate it. Now that we duplicated it, we're gonna drag it down, go to our text tool, go to it, delete it, and then type in montage, of course, you know. So now we got montage. Now this, I want to go ahead and like give it a nice little tilt to it. I want to stretching that out. Now this is a really basic tutorial on how to make thumbnails, right? This looks really basic and simple, but here's one thing about it. This is a high-end graphic that you got. You know, your text pops out a lot better when it's created using like, you know, different colors and everything, and like adding a little stroke so it's easier to see. See, it's not that easy to see, so I'm gonna increase it, because I want my text to be like, you know, easy to see. Now it's a lot easier to actually read what the text is, which is another thing that you want. So yeah, that's pretty much it when making a thumbnail in Photoshop, guys. You just want to go ahead, it doesn't matter if it's really basic or not, as long as it's readable, as long as it has a couple few pictures that make it stand out, it's perfect. You know, another thing that you could do is add in like lens flares and stuff like that, but I like this. I like simple things like this because it stands out to me, and it is created by you, and it's good. You know, I actually think that's pretty alright. So I mean, now the last thing you want to do is pretty much just hit file, save as, and you want to go ahead and of course name it, you know, for example, BF4 montage number 2, you know. Now you can save it as a PSD, you know, so that if you want to go back and edit it in case you didn't like it, or just go straight to JPEG. That's what I save it as. Save, and you want to do the maximum that you can, of course. Hit OK. It'll save. Now when we go back into our dashboard, go into our picture, here we have it, our finished thumbnail. And that's really it, guys. So I mean, if you guys go ahead and enjoy this tutorial, if you remember, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and again, thank you for the 600 subs. I'll see you guys at 700, 800, 900, and eventually that 1,000. And from that 1,000, we're gonna go to the biggest mark and go straight to 2,000. Anyways, guys, that's really it. So dogs out, bark bark, bow wow.